So this week's start is very exciting with a nice little milestone. Riveting the back end or trailing edge of the ailerons using that special tool that Cleveland Aircraft Tool supplies for the trailing edges. It's for the squeezer. It's got a little bit of a cant to it, so it helps form that last bit of the squeeze for the rivets on the aileron. And then obviously preloaded some of the hardware just so that it's ready and waiting when I need to mount it to the wings and start doing the aileron actuation step. The rest of this video unfortunately gets a little boring, trying to get all the pieces and parts pre-labeled, getting the vinyl taken off for the flaps. I went ahead and started the flap section. Should be getting the pieces and parts that I ordered from Vans several weeks ago sometime very soon, if not maybe on the doorstep waiting for me. But that's the Pro Seal and some plate aluminum so that I can close up some of the holes for the fuel tanks and start doing some of the final assembly for the fuel tanks. So much of this is basically just filling time with the flaps, working on those pieces and parts to get them ready for fabrication. Deburring, using the soldering iron to preserve some of that blue vinyl to make sure it doesn't get scuffed up while I'm in the process of building it, getting everything labeled, etc. I did notice one thing while I was getting farther into the instructions for the flaps. It starts to get a little confusing because they're a little ambiguous in terms of some of the hinge bracket assemblies. I labeled all of my nose ribs and all of my hinge bracket assemblies while I was taking all the blue vinyl off, and realized while I was starting to put some of those sub-assemblies together that my numbering system made it a little bit more complex to preserve the numbering system. In other words, I numbered from 1 all the way to 10 for the nose ribs, 1 being the inboard side, 10 being the outboard side, and then when they start telling you to assemble some of the hinge sub-assemblies, trying to preserve that numbering system, it gets a little bit complicated. Again, nothing terribly challenging, just something that you got to pay attention to if in case you're going to preserve some sort of a nomenclature or numbering system while you take that vinyl off. One thing I did notice, you see me using the drill press there, they ask you to pre-drill half of the hinge brackets, left side for the left flap, right side for the right flap. I did notice that they are all exact duplicates of each other, so instead of drilling 12 independent holes per side, all I did was Cleco those together and then drill all 12 holes with the 4 on the one plate. That way all 12 of those holes were identical. It seems to save a lot of time. Other than that, nothing terribly exciting this week. Hopefully see some more progress next week.